Welcome back. Now, the People's Theatre thrilled to bring the beloved Shrek the Musical Jr. back from the 10th of March to the 19th of April 2026. And this refreshed production features a vibrant new cast of professional performers, high energy, reimagined choreography that will have the whole family dancing in their seats. Perhaps to speak a little bit more about this offering, the production, we're going to be joined by Lesedi Rich, who plays Donkey. Lesedi, good morning and
Hi.
thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Well, you're playing an iconic character in an iconic show as well, but it's bigger, badder, bolder with this edition. I mean, tell us a little bit more about the expectations. What's really on offer for this production?
Yeah, well, look, it's an amazing story, which is why I'm so pleased to be a part of it, and it's easy to tell because so many people resonate with how real it presents itself to how real life actually is. And it plays sort of like a mock on, Disney and all the cliches, and it's basically everything that we would do in our living rooms on stage, making fun of the princess and making fun of the prince and making fun of Pinocchio and making fun of all these funky characters, and you just get to do it with a sense of integrity and a whole new story that Shrek provided when it came out, right? And having it adapted on stage and with our lovely cast and lovely directors and everything like that, it's a blessing.
Okay, so before we get into the cast and the director, you're playing the character of Donkey, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we were chatting offline. I was saying, when you actually look at his character, his evolution, he's that loyal friend that you want at the end of the day. What was that process, creative process like for you?
Well, I mean, Louis, he's amazing, Luciano Zupa as Shrek, and we have a similar relationship, with Donkey and Shrek, like in real life. And for me, I think I was afforded the blessing of just having that depicted on stage. And obviously, we all know Eddie Murphy. We love Eddie Murphy, and how iconic the character was. Yes, there's a huge sense of size and expectation that comes with something like that, but because it's such a well-liked character, you just try your best to be as authentic and real as possible, which has been a little bit of a challenge. But
in what sense?
Well, it's because you have to come across as charismatic, and right, charisma is natural. Even though you're an actor, you can't really put that on. You can't really put on charisma, even if you have, amazing technique. So someone like Eddie Murphy, whatever he hasn't been taught to him by any sort of director. That just is who he is. So I feel like that is probably the biggest challenge. It's trying to come across as charismatic and likable, that you can't put on. You have to really be that guy in real life. And look, no one has seen it yet, or my version of this character yet, so I wouldn't know. Maybe I'm a horrible person.
Well, it's in your name. You're bringing the light to the stage.
Sure.
So I don't know. Maybe
Sure.
that's the indicator for us. But also, what does it mean working with the kids? Because does it help? When you're speaking about that authenticity, does it help to feed off the energy of the kids as well? Nat?
Yeah,
I mean, that must play a part.
Yeah, we have some stunning children in the cast, and they're very forward. And these are like theater kids who just are enjoying their time away from school when they're with us in costume and all this. So they do a really good job at breaking the ice. And like I said, they just have the most, beautiful faces and amazing expressions, and just a huge drive to just be in the space. So that inspiration, that spark that comes with their childhood is something that we grab onto. And I think it's also why we've the formula at the People's Theatre has stuck with having the children involved, because not only is it is it great for the kids, obviously, to have that type of an opportunity, but for the actors, the adult actors ourselves, we get to feed off of that, and they get the benefit of seeing professionals, and we get the benefit of just seeing someone who is just soaking in life and having that realness, that quality to their performance.
That sometimes gets eroded over the years, right? Or become jaded or closed-hearted. They still show up fully.
Exactly.
So that's the call to action and the greatest lesson as well.
Yeah.
The songs, the dialogue. I mean, no pressure. You mentioned Eddie Murphy, and I mean, we obviously know Mike Myers, everyone else who played in the original cast, but Cameron Diaz as well. I remember you see it's
Yeah,
coming back to
exactly.
me.
It's all there.
But when you're speaking about that expectation, I mean, how was this all put together? What did you omit? What did you leave in?
Well, look, obviously because it's the musical, there's a whole bunch of songs that anybody who's seen the films hasn't really heard unless you've watched the the Broadway production, which this has been adapted from. It's in junior form, so it's it's certain adaptations and certain additions. The music is, I mean, it's so niche to the story of Shrek, in the sense that it's got huge pop elements. It's got amazing, let's say standard theater elements. It's got hip hop in there. It's got jazz. It's got everything you could ever ask, all mushed into one. Which I guess it ties into the whole, freaks nature of everyone who stays in Duloc. Shrek, Donkey, Pinocchio, all these weirdos, the wolf, right? And it's a huge connection of all of that. So that's why I like the music. It's all inspired by everything that you rather maybe wouldn't have put into a production like this.
It's a beautiful mess, and that's what life is,
exactly.
right?
Yeah,
it's not
that's
linear.
what Shrek is.
Exactly.
Right? Exactly.
So I actually wanted to ask, what was the message you took from the storyline itself, from your own evolution, right, in playing Donkey, perhaps perspective that you garnered through this process for yourself?
Wow. Probably something along the lines of, affording people the ability to grow. I feel like, Donkey gives that to Shrek and Fiona. He's so gracious throughout the story, and he gives them that space. He's always trying to cultivate a space for them to be able to connect with each other, themselves, the situation, the circumstance that they're underneath, and also to connect with him. He's such a lovable, likable character, and he's got all the capacity for love. And for real life, that's definitely something that I've actually been taking in with me. It's just the inner glow, the childlike nature that you just want to take into everything, and affording people the ability to progress.
Yeah. I can see it in your eyes. Your heart is open, and so thank you for that, because we're better for it, right? No, you get to
my
show
eyes are a bit
yourself.
bloodshot now because it's so early in the morning.
But the light is shining through.
Oh,
so whatever you tuned in, it's working, and thank you for that as well.
Yeah.
Perhaps if you look at some of your your own endeavors as well from here into who was some of the people that you drew inspiration from in trying to tap into that, because obviously you had to embody it, right? So who in real life inspired you? Who inspires you?
Yeah, who inspires me? Well, look, I always mention Michael Jackson. I mean, everybody loves Michael Jackson, right? He's a huge inspiration to me as an artist, as a performer, as just a complete eccentric in the field. And I don't know, I feel like I take that with me everywhere. I listen to a lot of music. I watch a lot of movies. Yeah, but I'd definitely say Michael Jackson. I mean, it's just his artistic confidence and stubbornness is something that speaks very true to me, especially in this industry, because it's something that people can try to sweep up underneath you because you just need a job. And having that sense of like, no, this is what I want to do, this is the way I want to do it, and I care about it enough to fight for it. And obviously he's a massive perfectionist and all of that. There's just so much that I could pull from that one performer.
Sure. And thank you for that. Sure. I just need to wrap up quickly, but the cast and crew, some of the other people you'd like to mention. Tell us a little bit more about that synergy, that co-creation, that magic.
Of course. So amazing director Jill, man. She's been so amazing for me in my career. She, when I started out, she gave me a huge opportunity to be amongst elites like Luciano Zupa here, who plays Shrek. He has, decades in the industry. He's incredibly seasoned. He has an amazing voice. Raymond Skinner, who plays our Farquaad. We have Bethany, who plays Fiona, Princess Fiona. She's stunning. She has an amazing career as well. We have Loazi. We have Sade, also both, very talented performers. And I think we also just have very good chemistry off stage as well. Let me not forget Grant, who prepped our stage for us so beautifully. Sandy Dyer, she is an amazing choreographer. I've worked with her a bunch before, and she has that little bone I was telling you about, that stubbornness of this is the way it is, this is the way I want it, and this is how we're gonna get it done. And I think Jill has this is the feeling of what it should be. This is what I want you to think about when you're doing that. And Sandy has that stubbornness that you just can't ignore. And when you put that all together, you get the show that we've got coming on the 10th of March.
Okay, there we go. Drops the mic. All
Yes.
that's left to say is let's go and see that show. Lesedi Rich this morning is chatting about Shrek the Musical Jr. Of course, I'm just returning to the People's Theatre there. Thank you to him again for joining us here. 10th of March to the 19th of April 2026. You do not want to miss this. And so, as we wrap up there, let's take a quick ad break right back after this.